with coverage you can count on. This is Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 6 in HD.
Thank you for watching Eyewitness News at 6. I'm David Carroll.
And I'm Cindy Sexton. For the first time in what feels like forever, we have significant rainfall in the forecast.
We should just lean over and let everybody enjoy that. What do you say? How about it? That's really something. It's a sight we've all been waiting to see. Chief Meteorologist Paul Barris is tracking this system very closely with a preview of what we can expect starting pretty soon. Paul?
We're going to show you the radar right now. Let's check it out. We got some pretty good showers. On the other side of Interstate 65, just a few light rain showers over northeast part of Alabama, but we'll pull back here and you'll be able to see it. This is an intense line of storms just west of Huntsville, right to the Mississippi line, all the way up to about Tupelo. Look at this line of thunderstorms. Severe weather breaking out here. Hail, gusty winds, 40, 50, 60 mile an hour winds along this front. And there's a line of storms. Now it'll weaken before it gets here, but we could still see some very gusty winds with this. You can see the heaviest stuff again is pushing off towards the north and east with a good chance for some hail. So get ready. Could hear some rumbling tonight, and we should get at least an inch of rain too. That's the good news, and I'll tell you what to expect for the rest of the next 7 days coming up.
Thanks, Paul. And we'll also find out how this much needed rain will affect the firefighters battling the wildfires in our area.
It was 1 week ago today, a Hamilton County school bus with elementary school children on board crashed, killing 6 of those children and injuring many more.
The tragedy shook the nation and left 6 families planning funerals when they would normally be planning for the holidays. Interim Superintendent Kirk Kelly held a press conference at Woodmore Elementary School just about an hour ago. And Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Sarah Sidery joins us live from the school with details. Sarah?
Cindy, it's been a very long week for students, their families, as well as staff here at Woodmore Elementary School. Even a more difficult Thanksgiving break for many of these families, but students did return back to class today. We're told that 292 students came to Woodmore Elementary today, and they had an 85% attendance rate today. School officials say that they are just trying to get back to normal. They believe that that's the best way that everybody can deal with this tragedy. We know that 5 students are still in the hospital. 3 of them are in critical and 2 of them are in fair condition. We also heard from Dr. Kirk Kelly as well as the school principal, Brenda Cothran. She said it was an emotional day, but a good day for students.
Our goal today was to make sure that we created and had a stable, safe, and comforting school environment for our students. We had 15 counselors on site, 5 therapy dogs, hundreds of teddy bears, and thousands of hugs.
The school officials did not take any questions during this press conference. They say they are making no further comments on the bus driver and the investigation because this is an ongoing investigation with the NTSB as well as the Chattanooga Police Department. Reporting live from Woodmore Elementary, Sarah Sidery, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Sarah. Before last week's deadly bus crash, several Woodmore parents and students filed complaints against the driver.
Right now, 24-year-old Jonathan Walker is facing vehicular homicide charges. And Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Cameron Taylor is live from the crash site where that memorial has been set up behind him with more details on what he found in those records. Cameron?
David, most of these complaints from students, parents, and administrators expressed concerns about Walker's driving and his language toward children. Now parents are wondering why he wasn't removed from his bus route before last week's deadly crash.
It hurts. It hurts to know that these parents would never see their babies again. It hurts to know I'll never see my granddaughter again.
Zaira Mateen was one of the children killed in last week's bus crash. Jeanette Blocker will always remember her granddaughter's smile. She believes the tragedy could have been avoided if officials had taken action on complaints against the bus driver.
I feel like he should have been gone from the first complaint, because if it's that many people complaining, evidently it's a problem.
Blocker's daughter filed a complaint against 24-year-old Jonathan Walker in September.
You don't have children come home telling their mama, well, mama, he made us hit our head, and he telling us to shut the F up, he's, disrespectful. If he didn't like his job, he shouldn't have never took that job.
Others filed complaints too. The principal and 2 students reported that Walker was driving too fast on more than one occasion. One child had spoken out on the need for seatbelts. A behavior specialist noted Walker said he did not care about the students. As for Walker, the records show he had complained too about students not following his directions to stay seated. Durham's contract with Hamilton County Schools ends in June of next year. School board member Rhonda Thurman says she wants to review it before there are any talks of renewing the agreement.
Sometimes you don't know that you have a problem until there is a problem, and we had a problem, and we know things to look at now that might need to be renegotiated. So those are things that we have to look at.
For now, family members are dealing with loss, sorrow, and questions about forgiveness.
You can't forgive such a horrific thing. You can't do that. It may get easier down the road, but right now, I don't see it.
And school officials say they had forwarded all complaints about Walker to his supervisors at Durham. We asked Durham if Walker had ever been disciplined or if there were any talks of removing him from that route, but all they could tell us was they could not comment at this time. And I want to bring in Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Kate Smith. And Kate, tell us about this emotional memorial ride that you saw today for the victims.
Thanks, Cameron. Well, nearly 50 motorcyclists showed up to Woodmore Elementary School today. It was an emotional moment as they slowly passed the scene of the crash site. For many, it was their first glimpse of this tragedy. At the school, they were greeted with cheers, smiles, and open arms. They donated a teddy bear for each child, teacher, and staff member grieving the young lives lost.
Hand the bears out to every child. Give them something to hug, kiss, and talk to.
Now, Superintendent Kirk Kelly is urging people not to send the donations to the school. They appreciate all the generosity from the community, but they ask for donations to be dropped off at New Monumental Baptist Church. And if you would like to donate to the Woodmore Fund, all you have to do is head to our website at WRCBTV.com. In Chattanooga, Kate Smith, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Kate. You can find complete coverage of the Woodmore bus crash and the lives of each of the 6 students who died on our website, WRCBTV.com, and in our app.
There was an unrelated incident today in which a pedestrian was hit by a school bus. No children were on board. This happened on Brainerd Road. Officials say the bus was on its way to pick up a child from a local school, or children from local school. The pedestrian suffered non-life-threatening injuries.
McMinn County deputies are investigating an accidental shooting that killed a teenage girl in her home over the weekend.
Authorities say her younger brother was handling the gun when that gun discharged. New at 6, Channel 3's Natalie Potts has more on this tragedy and the problem of accidental shootings.
According to Safe Tennessee Project's database of unintentional shootings, this is the 18th incident where a child has injured or killed someone due to access to an unsecured firearm. While deputies are trying to figure out exactly what happened, Sheriff Joe Guy is calling the incident very tragic. The call for help came in around 8:45 Saturday night inside a home off of County Road 278 near Nyota. Deputies say a 13-year-old boy was unloading a rifle when it went off, shooting his 17-year-old sister, who was sitting across the room. 911 operators talked the boy through performing CPR, but his sister was pronounced dead on the scene. Director of McMinn County Schools, Mickey Blevins, says grief counselors broke the news to students in class Monday morning. The 17-year-old girl was a senior here at McMinn County High School. We won't identify her until deputies officially release her name, but friends and teachers say she was known for her bouncy personality and smile, and she will be missed. No charges have been filed at this time. Deputies say their investigation is ongoing. Reporting in McMinn County, Natalie Potts, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Officials with the Safe Tennessee Project say our state now ranks 4th in the nation in these accidental shootings. 39 incidents since January have injured 23 children and 2 adults and killed 14 others. They say this is the second time a sibling in Tennessee has fatally shot another sibling so far this year.
Almost all of the wildfires burning in the Tennessee Valley are contained or very close to being contained.
And they're going to get a little help. rain is on the way. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Tanisha Cordell joins us live with a look at how firefighters are preparing for this rain they have been waiting for so long. Tanisha.
Yes, David, fire crews and firefighters are telling me they are so excited and relieved that rain is on its way tonight and throughout the week, but especially because the dry conditions are still sparking and fueling these wildfires. It's also taken a heavy toll on them as well as the forest. Now, from dull colors to damaged tree roots and burning in the duff layer, which is found between tree roots and decomposing leaves. Now, we're told that's been a challenge in putting out the remaining 40 wildfires. Again, that's 40 wildfires in the Tennessee Valley completely. But it's the high winds that comes with the rain we're looking forward to that firefighters are worried about most and have been taking a week to prepare for.
Making sure our lines are really good and that we don't have any trees that are close to the line that could fall over and cause the fire to go across our line. And we've been making sure that some of the stumps that are close to the line that are really out, been putting dirt and stuff on those. That way the wind doesn't throw any sparks across our lines.
As you can see, it's still very windy out here. I'm literally trying not to get blown away. But again, that was Area Forester Shannon Gann, who tells me at least 2 20-man crews and a couple of strike teams are still fighting those wildfires. And of course, they are waiting, hoping to get this a long-awaited break from the rain. Now, you of course can keep up to date with the latest weather in our WRCB weather app. And live in Hamilton County, Tanisha Cordell, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Tanisha, thank you for that report. Come on inside.
When we come back on Eyewitness News at 6, we introduce you to two sisters, very loving sisters, looking for their forever family. Hear how Juliet and Jaleesa describe each other next.
The holiday season leads us to think even more about family. And if your family isn't yet complete, perhaps two affectionate sisters are just what you need.
12-year-old Juliet and 10-year-old Jaleesa are certainly ready for a forever family.
These sisters have a close bond, loving each other through the good times and adversity. Laughter is always near the surface when they're together.
Ew, that's a freaking word.
I asked them to describe each other.
Adorable, loving, smart, gets on people's nerves in a good way.
Oh, okay.
Adorable / cute. She makes good friends. She talks too much in a good way and in a bad way. So do I.
Both do well in school. Juliet is an athlete and likes to read.
I'm reading Paper Towns. This book at school we're reading The Outsiders. I read romance and scary books.
And Jaleesa's idea of a fun day at school:
have a party in the lunchroom, play all day, play on the computer, and all these other stuff.
Both girls are caring, personable, and empathetic, qualities they hope for in a forever family.
Loving, caring, and all that other stuff.
Beautiful, beautiful young ladies.
Wonderful. Of course, if you'd like to know more about being an adoptive or foster family, we have that information for you at our Forever Family tab at WRCBTV.com.
And for the first time in weeks, we have rain, multiple days of it in the forecast.
Chief Meteorologist Paul Barris is here to tell us what to expect and how much it could help our drought conditions.
Well, the rain's mainly to the west of us. There are some showers. They're just starting to pop up on the radar, but a lot of that could be evaporating, or it's just sort of a mist, a very light sprinkle. Heaviest rain still on the other side of Interstate 65. A severe thunderstorm watch has gone in effect just west of I-65 because there's a very intense line of storms moving out of Mississippi right into the northwestern part of Alabama right now. And there's severe weather breaking out still in parts of Mississippi, heading towards Alabama. Birmingham, Huntsville could have severe thunderstorms. West Tennessee seen some really strong gusty winds and some hail too. So this whole big area of red you see here is moving our way. Thunder and lightning, a possibility later on tonight. So you may hear some of that rumbling you haven't heard in months around here. 66 in the city right now, 65 Dalton, 64 in Cleveland, 65 Athens, 58 Murphy. Winds are still very gusty, died down a little bit. We did have gusts to almost 40 earlier today. Now it's gusting to 26 on southerly winds sustained up to 15. 66 and 43, the high and the low were 22 inches below normal in rain for the year. And it's been March 31st since we've seen an inch of rain in one day. 67 Dalton, 67 Calhoun, 67 in Chatsworth, and also in the Trenton. Cleveland, Ottawa 63, Eastridge 64, Red Bank 63, 65 Dunlap to 63 Lakeside, Saudi Daisy at 62, Riceville was 65, 66 in Spring City, 50s, mid to upper 50s from Colmont to Cagle Mountain, near 60 in Murphy, Etowah 66, Athens 67. Here comes that rain tonight, 8 o'clock. Some light rain showers moving across the area. By midnight, the rain gets heavier, and with strong gusty winds along, that some of that rain could be horizontal. By 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, most of it is out of here. The sun comes back throughout the afternoon into the evening, clear skies. Then overnight, once again, we'll see another round of showers and storms come in out of the southwest. It may not be south and east. It may be right over Chattanooga, so there's a potential for some good amounts of rain. Now, overnight, we're only going to see probably 3/4 to an inch of rain, and then later on tomorrow night and into Wednesday, we're going to see a lot more rain coming in, a possibility of 3-4 inches of rain total out of this whole thing. But tonight, it'll be windy with rain, and 62 for that low, maybe even a thunderstorm. Tomorrow, 74 with some morning showers very early, probably before the sun comes up, and then breezy and mild. And not a bad day at all for tomorrow. Then tomorrow night, the rain returns, especially overnight, with 60 for the low and southerly winds. 7-day forecast. Wednesday looks wet, at least the first half of the day, maybe 3/4 of the day. Thursday dries off nicely. Friday and Saturday look pretty good. Sunday, another round of showers could move in. There's potential for some heavy rain again, but we're not sure on that one yet on Sunday. And Monday should dry off at about 57. So next couple of days, 1 to 3 inches of rain is a good possibility.
Yes,
and
so good.
Plan on leaving for work or school a few minutes early tomorrow for all that rainy traffic. You're going to need to.
The roads will be very wet, so slow down.
Well, thank you. Up next in sports, Mr. Football winners are being celebrated in Nashville. 4 locals were there who were honored.
And Nick Saban, what else is new? He gets intense at his press conference today. Can't imagine why. Here's Paul.
Intense, annoyed, angry, you name it, Nick Saban was it.
Just another day.
And that makes for good sound. We've got the latest from Saban in Tuscaloosa, plus bowl projections for the Tennessee Vols after that embarrassing loss at Vanderbilt.
You don't care about any bowl games. You don't care about any teams in the country that aren't in the playoffs. I don't. You don't care about any bowl games. You don't care about any teams in the country that aren't in the playoffs. I don't know if we don't win this game, maybe we throw a stink bomb out there. Maybe we don't get in the playoffs. I don't know. You guys got all the answers to all that, but I don't.
A stink bomb. All right, let's get it going. Don't you just love a little fiery Nick Saban on a Monday afternoon? The best part? He was just getting warmed up. It's all in reference to a question about the playoff if Alabama didn't beat Florida in the SEC title game this weekend. Let's get right back into it now. He resets and then it escalates rather quickly.
All I know is if we play and we play well, we control our own destiny in terms of what we do. So I'd really rather not have any more questions about, is it okay to lose this game? It's never okay to lose a game.
And I wanted to ask about Jalen. He's done.
You should have asked that first.
So if you're going to irk Nick Saban, save it until the end. Now you know. It's Alabama and Florida in the SEC title game Saturday 4 in the Georgia Dome. We will continue to preview that game throughout the week. The first of 8 state championships in Tennessee will start Thursday in Cookeville. In the meantime, there's still some celebrating to do as the Mr. Football winners were announced today.
The 2016 Tennessee Titans Jersey Football Lineman of the Year for Class 2A, Alex Kirkendall, Marion County High School.
There it is. Kirkendall, the 2A Lineman of the Year, was the only local winner of the 4 there. His Marion County teammate, Hunter McLean, finished runner-up. Macaulay quarterback Robert Riddle was the D2 AA runner-up for Back of the Year. Sequatchie County's Hunter Davenport was the 3A runner-up for Back of the Year. Looking ahead to Friday and Saturday, only 2 local teams left in Tennessee and Georgia. First up, it's Dalton hosting Valdosta in the Georgia 6A semifinals. Friday at 7:30, again, that's at Dalton. On Saturday, Marion County gets a state title rematch with Trezevant, the 2A state championship game. That's a noon kick in Cookeville. More prep sports, let's say congratulations to Sonny Daisy track star Gracie Ratledge. Gracie signed to run with the University of Cumberland's, but this story gets even better. Before her freshman season, Gracie underwent open heart surgery. They weren't sure if she'd be able to play sports again. Yeah, not the case. Gracie, a senior, still playing sports, is gearing up for her final track season before college starts next year. Isn't that great?
Yes.
And according to Nick Saban's contract, if they win a national championship this year, he is allowed to smile for 15 seconds.
That's it.
That's all.
But it's also never okay to lose.
Never.
Never. All right.
Imagine what kind of mood he'd been if they'd lost.
All right. Paul, tell us about the rain.
All right, we're going to get some rain, folks. It's coming. It's coming tonight. And you see these showers spreading just over the Huntsville area, west of Huntsville. An intense line of thunderstorms, severe thunderstorm watch, western Alabama right now. Hopefully we won't go under a watch, but boy, we're going to go under some rain. And there are wind advisories and high wind watches too, all across the Tennessee Valley because of these gusty winds that are moving across the valley.
Buckle up. Thanks, Paul.